सब्सक्राइब कीजिए नेहरा क्लासेस यूट्यूब चैनल को और बेल आइकन को दबाइए लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी और एजुकेशनल वीडियोस सबसे पहले देखने के लिए।
Hello everyone, welcome back to our shell scripting session number 6. My name is Vikas Nehra and you are watching Nehra Classes YouTube channel. Friends, in today's tutorial, we will learn how to use the file test operators in a bash shell script. But before that, let me give you the brief introduction about the escaping characters that we use in the shell scripting. So friends, you know that if we mention anything after the echo command inside the double inverted commas like this, either on the terminal or in the script, then the same gets printed on the output. So if I mention echo hi how are you, so that gets printed on the output like this. But in case if I want to use the backslash characters or the escaping characters such as new line character or the tab character, then I cannot just use the echo command only for that. So let me show you. If I want to use the new line character like this, hi how are you, then it will be exactly printed as I have mentioned it in the input. To enable this new line character or the tab character or the backslash characters, we have to use the echo hyphen e option like this. If I use echo hyphen e and then if I use the backslash characters like this, such as new line character, then it will be interpreted by the cell and we will get the result for the same. If I have used the new line character, then the remaining characters will be printed in the next line like this. Or if I will use the tab character like this, then same will be printed with the tab space on the output. So to enable these backslash or the special characters in the script, we can use the echo hyphen e option like this. We can also use backslash c to keep the cursor in the same line. You can see that on the output the cursor is in the same line since I have used the backslash c character. Now I will show you how can we use the file test operators in a script. So let me open the script file in the VI editor here and let me remove everything from this file. We are going to use the file test operators. So let me use the echo hyphen e option to keep the cursor in the same line. Please enter the name of the file and after that backslash c like this. So what this line will do, this line will prompt us to provide the input as the name of the file, because we will test the file operators using the files. Now in the next line we will use the read operator to read the input and we can store it in any variable. So we are going to use the file name variable to store the input. Then we will define a condition using the if statement. Hyphen e. I will tell you why we are using it. We will call the variable like this. We are using this hyphen e inside the if statement because it will check whether the file exists, just for checking the file availability. Now in the next line we will define the condition, then echo $file We will call the variable exists. If the file is present in this system, then this line will be printed on the output. Else it will print echo dollar file name does not exists, and after that we will close the if statement and save the script. Now I will execute it, so please have a look at the right terminal. So you can see that the cursor is in the same line because we have used the option echo -e and we have mentioned the \c, and now it is asking us to provide the file name. So let me provide the file name as test.txt. Press enter. So it is showing us test.txt does not exist because this file is not present in my system. Now if I will create a file with this name and test.txt and execute the script one more time. So let me first show you whether the file is there or not. So I have created the file test.txt here, and now I will execute the script one more time. Then it is asking us to provide the name of the file, provide the same name. Then this time it is showing us that the file is present, test.exists. So by using the if statement and with option -e, we can verify whether the file is there or not. We can use option -f to check whether the file is regular file or not. So if we change this -e to -f, let me change it, go in the insert mode and change it and save the file. Then on the execution of this script, it will give us the output. Let me provide the name of the file, that this file exists. File exists means this file is a regular file. So for that we can mention in the script that this file is a regular file. If we want to check whether the file is a directory or not, so for that what can we do? For that we can mention option -d here. So let me execute the script and show you. We know that text.txt, this file is a file, not a directory. So it is showing test.txt does not exist because it is checking for the directories, not for the files. So if I create a directory here, testdir, like this, so you can see that I have created a directory, and if I will execute the script like this and mention the name of the directory, then this time it will print testdir exists, like this. So option -d can be used to check whether the directory is present there or not. In the similar fashion, we can use option -b to check for the block files. So just go in the insert mode and mention -b there, save the script. Actually, block special file is a special file just like audio, video. So if we will execute the script and mention here test.txt, then it will print file does not exist because it is not a block special file, it is a simple text file. But if we use here any other option like this, so if I mention here -c, that is used for the character special file, and then again execute the script like this and mention the name as test.txt, then it will again show test.txt does not exist, and you can see that the text.txt is there. Why it is showing like this? Because now it is checking for the character special file. Character special files are used for the device input output, and we know that test.txt is a simple text file. So there is no character special file in this system with the name as test.txt. That is why the script is showing as the file does not exist. We can also use option -s here in the script just to check whether the file is empty or not, and we can also check the file permissions by using different operators like this. If we use option -r here and save the script, then it will check for the read permission on the file, whether the file is having the read permission or not. So let me first show you whether the read permission is there on the file or not. So read permission is there for everyone on the file. Now if we will execute the script, then this will show us that the read permission is there, and it will give us the output test.txt exists like this, because the read permission is there. So for that we can mention here in the script, go in the insert mode and mention permission is present, and here in the else condition we can mention permission is missing. And to check for the write permission, we can mention here w and save the script. So if I will execute it, then it will show us, after mentioning the name, that test.txt permission is present, because it is having the write permission as well. You can verify it like this. Write permission is there for owner and the group. And to check for the execute permission, we can use simply -x here in this script. So for that we need to go in the insert mode and mention the X alphabet and save the script and have a look at the execution on the right terminal. Mention the name of the file. So it is showing us the execute permission as missing, because we know that the by default execute permission is not present on the files in Linux, and you can see that there is no execute permission. That is why it is showing this test.txt permission is missing. To check whether the file is empty or not, we can use option -s here and we can mention file is not empty, and in the else condition we can mention file is empty. Save the script and execute it. Please have a look at the right terminal. Here provide the name of the file. Now it will check whether the file is empty or not. So it is showing us as file is empty, because we know that we have not written anything inside the file. You can see that it is showing the size as 0 KB. Now what will happen if we will write anything inside the file? Let me send the calendar in this file. Now if you will open this file, you will find the calendar inside it, and we can verify the same with the help of ls-l command, and you can see the size now. It is 168 KB. Now we have some content in the file. Now if we will execute the script, then what will happen? It will show us that the file is not empty. So we can check it whether the file is empty or not by using the -s option in the script, in the if statement. So guys, these were the different file test operators which we can use in our script. So that's it for today's session. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you like it, then do share it with your friends and colleagues. And if you are new on our channel, then please subscribe our channel and turn on the bell notification for the latest updates. I will provide you more videos on shell scripting, so keep tuned in. See you in any other session. Till then, bye bye. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Take care.